this ain't the same thing. And outside I knew it. What does it say? And I'm just looking, you not special. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing? We're back. Maybe it's 2 times Tuesday on a Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Mary P, welcome in, dude. You're not crazy. I was just here and then I left and came back. Howdy. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? I hope Wednesday's going good. Who is that? I can't see what... Did someone send a space? Because I can't see it. Nothing shows up. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the love. Oh, we're doing great over here. I'm not gonna lie. We were just talking about how, no, the post-eclipse energy has been just fine for all of us over here. Like, 1000%. It's been working in our favor over here. Both me and Keys have been doing just fine. We are more than thriving right now, and you know, we're flipping the script on the energy and we're allowing it to work for us. So if you are in that category to where you kind of feel good right now, like, congratulations, that's a beautiful place to be. What is that? You sent me a sushi cannon? That's fantastic. Thank you so much for the sushi cannon. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm kind of jealous now. Thank you so much for the sushi cannon. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm kind of jealous now. I giggled. Sometimes I giggle and screens freeze. It happens. It's an energy thing. If I'm still froze, go out and come back in. But if I'm not froze, then we're just going to roll with it. No? Okay. Cool. Yeah. When I get too excited or I giggle, sometimes the screen goes eek, and it's just an energy thing. Yeah. Plus, it's retrograde, so communications and electronics are working kind of funkily. You know? Sushi just looked fun. It did look fun. It was a panda shooting a sushi cannon is what it looked like. So, like, yeah, that's fantastic. we shoot the sushi cannon all day long, you know? But the list is open, guys. We are doing reads today, and we're doing them for $15.55. So if you have Cash App or Venmo and you would like something felt into, we can do it. Whether it be a question or a topic, or maybe you don't really have any one thing you want and you just want a general, you just want to know what you need to know. And we can do that too. That's not a problem. If you are in here, please tap that screen. Please share the live. Help us push out past the FYP and help us kind of get rolling again past the little void we got going on. We're going to throw collective here in just a minute. We're going to see if we can't get a few more people in the room, though. You know what I mean? Now, you guys are always welcome to ask collective questions. And collective questions do not require me to feel into you, but they are just general questions, spiritual topics, or understandings, and we can go through them. Hey, Mr. House of Humble, how's it going, dude? Hope you're living your best life. I hope all is well. We're doing all great things. Are you having issues, Keys? I see you keep coming out and in, homie. Talk kicking you out? Talk kicking you out? Welcome in, Miss Melissa. I think I saw you pop in for a hot sec. Oh, Lord. I hope everyone's day is going good. I hope everyone's having a good day, good Wednesday, good hump day. Mike. Mike. If you are feeling the energy being up, down, you're not wrong. The energy is slightly up, down, and you will feel it because your bodies are recalibrating and they're getting back to that neutral zone that you were in more than likely pre-eclipse era. So over the next 2 days, it'll lessen as we get further and further away. But I know for sure yesterday and the day initially following 9:09 the clock, following the eclipse, a lot of people felt fine during the eclipse, and then right after, boom, like energy crash, and they felt tired at night, but at the same time, maybe they were restless and all these other things. So that's completely normal. A lot of people in the collective are feeling it. It's just a recalibration. Your body was wiped, your energy was reset, and you're just kind of getting back, quote unquote, online. So don't worry, don't panic. Also, if you're feeling super thirsty, a lot of people have been complaining and making mention of being super thirsty, like they could drink the whole ocean, kind of a thing. It's same thing. It's okay. Water is used to help filter out things in the body. It's a good purifier, so you're completely fine, 100% normal, and on par with the intuitive collective, so you're okay. But if you're going from, oh my god, I have so much energy and I can do 10 things, to, I feel like I got hit by the bus and I need a nap, that's okay. A lot of people are going through that now. It's just part of that resetting. It's part of that reset. So don't panic if it's you. You know, wait till at least 3, maybe 4 days after the after the eclipse date. And if you're still having those problems, like, then I would be more interested in seeing what else that means for you. But 3 days post-eclipse, it's pretty standard. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty standard. Make sure that you're hydrating. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Your energetic hygiene should be at top notch right now. You know, this is a time for self during this reset, so make sure you're making time for self. If you are in here, please tap that screen. Please share the live. Feel free to say hello down in the comment section. Go ahead and drop any collective questions you might have. We're gonna pop off with the collective, and we'll see what we got. But the list is open. We are doing reads. We got Cash App and we got Venmo, and everything is $15.55 today. And we'll answer any questions and pull on anything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? 'Cause I just keep hearing time for change over and over and over again. Time for change, time for change. And I don't know who's been, I want to say patiently waiting, like, but maybe not so patiently waiting at the same time. Just kind of always, like, almost like an excited anticipation. I don't get the energy right now of somebody, like, being impatient to the fact that they're hindering themselves. It's almost like excited anticipation that we just can't wait till it's here. We just can't wait. We just can't wait. That kind of an energy. But you're bridging into your fulfillment era is the way that I want to say it. And this fulfillment era is a very emotional era for a lot of people. It's a very emotional time frame, and it's a very fulfilling thing. Now, they are talking about relationships, but they're not talking about romantic, like, I love you, you love me, Barney relationships. No, they're kind of talking about more of the relationship with self. They're kind of talking more about the relationship as in your environment, friendships, jobs. There's a lot of things that are being shook up and being amplified right now. And there's part of this self-happiness, self-fulfillment that you are embarking on right now. And this journey is all about time for self. It's all about self-love. So if you feel like you need to do things for you and you need to take time, you need to take space, you need to take energy to do it, and 2 notifications for confirmation, like, that's what they want you to do. They want you to spend time on yourself right now. And another notification for more confirmation, as we got the Temperance card out here. And they're just talking about how you fought for this. Like, they're having you remember that you fought for this. This was something you fought long and hard for. This is something you asked for, and it's being ushered in anew for you. This Wheel of Fortune card, more confirmations with the notifications. This Wheel of Fortune card is all as the precipice, the spinning of the wheel to your new beginning. And this new beginning is a new beginning of self, but it's also a new outlook on the world, because there's just something about the foundations that you have built and set are nothing that you've encountered before. And we're talking spiritually here. We're talking about inside of ourselves, the self. And they're just kind of talking about how this is like a large part and piece of you that has been ushered up, is the way that I want to say it, because in order for you to have been acting on the things that you've been acting on, you had to elicit some sort of courage and strength inside of yourself to say, no, this is it, this is enough. And there's just this type of a solidness to the foundation that is you right now, that they're saying is going to have a ripple effect for you out into the physical, because you are so grounded in what you think you know, and what you know, and what you are right now, that they're saying it has no other option but to ripple. It is no other option but to ripple out. There's a lot of change coming in here. There's a lot of forward movement, and it really is harping on the fact that you got out of your own way. So for a large part of this collective right now, a large part of this collective was standing in their way. They were standing right in front of the train, kind of thing, protesting almost the passage of something new. And it's just coming into where now you have, I want to almost say you have the best communication with self you've ever had. Like, that's the way that I want to say it. For the part of the collective that's been doing the work, and for the part of the collective that is in that celebratory state like they were talking about in the beginning, it's because you had to cultivate an avenue of peace within self. You had to cultivate an avenue of balance within self. But they're starting to talk about how the pieces and parts of you are all communicating. And I mean this more than just mind, body, soul communication. I literally am talking about the pieces and parts to you. Your shadow is now being understood. There's something about the regaining and the reseeding of sacred energy inside of you that is unmistakable, is the way that I want to say it. Is unmistakable. There's no way of ignoring it now. There's no way of looking past it. And I just feel as though there's something about this stage. It's like remembering who you are. I got my memory card out here paired with my energy and my new deal, and it just makes me feel like you're rewriting the script. You're flipping the script because you're standing up for yourself. It's something about this victory here, that you came out victorious, and I almost want to say against all odds, because there were a lot of people who didn't think you can do it, and my back just got hurt. We got the Eight of Swords out here talking about how you freed yourself. Like, I want to say that again. Like, you freed yourself. Nobody freed you. Nobody saved you. You saved yourself. And there's just this part of fulfillment with this Nine of Cups that comes afterwards, that you kind of had to learn what your freedom was going to look like. And you're just seeing everything from a completely new perspective. Threes are big. Threes are huge for this collective right now. I have so many threes out on the table that if you are noticing things coming in threes, the power of three, or synchronicities with the number 3, I would not be surprised, whether it be a palindrome or just all threes. There's something about this mind, body, soul connection. There's something about learning the piece and parts of yourself, like too much left, too much right, dead center, 3. There's just something here that it's like the rekindling within self. Now, I have the Lover's card, but to me, this isn't a love outside, because it's paired with this Two of Cups. And it's paired with this remembering self, and it's paired with this traveling through rough waters to find healing waters. And it's just talking about how this is the first time that you've kind of done for yourself. You were always very good at doing for others, but this is the first time that you've done for yourself, and done for yourself successfully. And they're commending you for it. They're commending you for it. If you feel like you need to rest, if you feel like you need to take a pause, go ahead and do it, because there's a part of moving away from self-sabotage. There's a part of moving away from sadness and almost like that fuck it kind of energy, to where, you're kind of just like, you know what, I'm over this, and then you just start giving up altogether, because there's a large part of the collective that had to hit rock bottom, and rock bottom is a lot of times that give up stage. It's that, you know what, to this, and you just start giving up in every area of your life. Your personal life, your home life, your business life, your whatever, and you just start slowly giving up on yourself. And you had to get to that point and travel through the mud a little bit to realize that that's not really what you want. And this is my second Queen of Pentacles that came out here, and it's really just, it's pulling me back to, they're just reaffirming that you had to go deep with inside self to look for the strength you were looking for, and you found it. That's why I have my Sun card out here. That's why I have it paired with my Hangman and this Three of Pentacles. It's because you dug down deep where nobody thought anything else existed anymore. I'm going to be real honest. You pulled yourself up from the bootstraps. You had to go and unbury some serious shit, and they're just talking about how you now have cascaded a difference in perspective that you never thought was possible. And there's just something about this teamwork, but this teamwork inside yourself now. It's like your mind's not battling your heart's not shutting up to save the peace within inside yourself, and then it's like your action's ready to put whatever everybody decides into purpose. And there's just something here that it's like the teamwork within self, like, that they're really harping on, because this is where your peace comes from. It's not one thing speaking louder than something else. It's three or more voices, three or more energies coming together to speak together to cascade things. So I just really feel like there's this part of this collective that is really getting in sync, mind, body, soul, to the best of their ability, to their greatest, highest good, and there has no other option but to ripple in the physical. And that's why I have my Page of Pentacles, that's why I have my Knight of Pentacles, that's why I have my Ace of Pentacles, that's why I have my Queen of Pentacles, my Three of Pentacles. It's all about this ripple effect of when you believe that anything's possible, it's possible. And there's just something about the connection that you have right now, not only to the self inside of you, but to source. And I don't know whose back hurts, but like, holy hell, dude, seek a chiropractor. Because my lord, whoever's in this room with back pain up top, holy hell, I love you. Go get that looked at. Like, there's just something that is really linking towards the connection here, and they're just talking about the connection that you have to something greater than you, but not because it humbles you to making you feel small, because it humbles you in that you're a part of a bigger whole, is the way that I want to say, where in the past it may have made you feel or look small to where it was almost like, oh my god, I'm so grateful to be no. Now it's like, oh, we're connected. Oh, I'm a piece and part of you. Oh, and it's that kind of a humbling to where you're like now a piece to a larger puzzle that you can't believe that you got access to, as opposed to being this thing like underneath the puzzle, if that makes sense. There's just this acceptance of this coming together that they really want to harp on with you. So if you feel as though you don't really know what's changed, but something just changed, you don't really know necessarily why, you just feel more acceptable, but things are more acceptable, you don't understand why things don't seem as grim or seem as whatever as they used to, it's okay. There's a deeper level of understanding here that occurred subconsciously and energetically that you're not logically aware of yet, and that's okay. You're going to become aware of it and its presence energetically when you start moving again. When you start putting all this into action so that it best serves you in the 3D, you're going to become aware of just how much something shifted. And I almost want to say overnight, just how much something shifted for you overnight in the energy and how everything was working together. And it's almost just this part and piece of self that's going to be undeniable, but it's going to be the thing that you want to come out every second, because that's how much you're going to enjoy that piece of you. You want it to come out every single chance that it could, because I can't believe I had this before and I never noticed it. That's going to be the kind of energy that this collective is looking towards focusing in and looking towards working in and moving in. And there's just going to be this effortless, like, authenticity to it, that you're no longer feeling the need to be in competition with somebody because you don't give a shit what they're doing, because you're doing you. And there's just this freedom that comes with this, and you had to set yourself free energetically before you could set yourself free physically. And for the people who are feeling good right now coming off this eclipse in one way, shape, or form, you have energetically set a piece and part of you free Now, obviously, this is collective, so the rate and the level at which you've freed yourself is going to be individual to you, you know. So don't be like, oh, she said that I freed myself, no more work here. Like, no, let's not get crazy. You know, we're always healing. But there's just something here that they're really commending you. So if you feel as though, for some reason, something was just a game changer, it's because it was. Because it resonated with your whole being, not just your mind, not your conscious, your subconscious, your energy. It resonated with your soul in a way that words couldn't. And that's why you're feeling it energetically and you can't form a word to make it make sense. That's okay. Energy is our first language and it doesn't need to be uttered in words. So just, they're almost like saying like be, what's the word? Concise? No, be, what word are you guys saying? Content. They're like, my team's like, I'm saying it pretty clear. Okay, well thanks, say it again. Content. They want you to be content with just knowing that the energy is what it is and it's okay. That you don't need an English word for it. You don't need to describe it mentally. You don't need to understand it in the brain. Just the fact that it happens and you can feel it is the key. So there's just something here that they're like, you don't need to worry about it past that. It's just utilizing it when you're called to utilize it, which is really what they'd rather you focus on. If that makes sense. If that makes sense to y'all. It does to me, but sometimes I feel like I get more of a picture when they're trying to say things. I am getting a picture of a spider though, like coming down from the ceiling almost, like kind of just one single thread. And I feel like this is you weaving. I feel like it's you weaving. Your new creation is the way they want to call it. Like almost like your new home. And I feel like this goes back to your seed, like to seat you in a new area, a new level, a new frequency, a new whatever, a new vibration, whatever you want to call it. There's just something here that I feel like it pairs it with like this hangman card. It's like you're searching not only for a higher perspective because they have you coming down from a ceiling, but it's also like the fact that you are now crafting where you sit and you're not borrowing somebody else's web is the way that I want to say it, which is so interesting. This is part of that taking what you've learned and applying it, right? Taking what you've learned and applying it, and that statement's taking me back from flipping from the student to the teacher. You know what I mean? There's just something here about the need to do you like nobody else can do you, and not feeling the need to compare, and not feeling the need to kind of check and be like, what's everybody else doing? Am I on par? And they're just talking about how that energy is kind of subsiding in you lately, and that energy is kind of just falling at the wayside, and there's just something more stable being put in place is the way that I want to say that. More stable being put in place. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. The list is open. We'll be on here for a little bit, maybe an hour or so. We'll see what the energy does. But the list is open. We are doing reads for $15.55. We do have Cash App and we do have Venmo. I'm going to scroll back through these comments and we're going to see what we got going on. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Melissa. Welcome in, dude. I'm going to scroll back through here. Coconut water. Notifications gone wild. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Rocks and Radness. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you for all the love. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the heart. Hey, Rooted. How's it going, dude? Having fun yet? Miss Melissa. No more narcissists and takers. I went to the chiropractic. Dude, I love the chiro. I do. I think there's a time and a place for it, but holy poop, somebody's back was like, woo! Could have definitely used some releases there. Well, you are not alone, Rock and Radness. I know quite a few people who are breaking out of that paradigm with people either with narcissistic tendencies or, you know, are full-blown narcissists, you know, or just people who maybe just, you know, aren't the best for that person. There's a lot of people who are busting out of that paradigm right now, so I'm not surprised at all if you are amongst that collective. Like, congratulations, because it's not easy, but when you do it, you know what I mean? In my consultation Sunday, she told me to stop ignoring my energy. Yeah, dude. That's like one of the best things that probably like came out of that whole thing was literally just all the confirmations that you were like, oh yeah, by the way, you said this and Key said this and that. And I'm like, holy poop. I'm like, well, I'm glad that all that resonated because we really don't know. Like, we only get a couple words, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's fun to like get to chit chat like on the phone or in a session with somebody and they're like, oh my God. And you're like, oh, okay. You know, because we're just flying blind. We're just listening. Like, welcome in, Angel Ventures. What's up, dude? So I listened a little bit. Smart lady. That's fantastic. Yes, yeah. Do it. I would do it. That way you can, you know, chit-chat with us both. And you can decide, because you have gotten reads, I think, from both of us, at least on Duel and stuff like that. Like, if somebody only ever gets a read from me or only gets a read from Keys, you know, unless we're completely doing something out of our wheelhouse, you know what I mean? Which rarely happens, you know, because we're very honest with things. But, like, a lot of times we're like, well, if you only know me and you like me, then yeah, stick with me. But because you have read with both of us and you equally chit-chat and support and get reads from both of us, you might as well, you know what I mean? Because you never know, you know what I mean, who you might feel resonate with you more. And we truly don't care. We're just out to help, you know what I mean? So there ain't no hate over here, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be offended. She's not going to be offended. So you have nothing to lose by talking to both of us, if anything. You know, and this goes for anybody. If anything, like, you just get a better understanding of who we are and who you would rather get to help you. That's why we have the 15-minute consultation. And, like, we usually end up going over 15 minutes, but it's still a good idea, you know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know till you really just chit-chat with somebody as to whether you're like, yeah, because it gets that person's energy 100% alone with you. Because, like, we can focus as much as we want on here, like, but you know what I mean? You still have other energy flying around. When you're just on the phone or a video call with one person, that's all you got. So it's like, you'll know right away, you know what I mean? You'll know right away if you're like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, no worries. You're both amazing in my view. Aw, thanks, little ducky. Yo, dude, much love, bro, because we just really try to do us, and I had somebody message me on the website asking a couple questions, and that was actually one of the things that they said. They were like, oh, I find it refreshing, or how you guys are just goofy and just being normal, and I'm like, yeah, like, we still got the vessel. We don't need to be all, like, every fucking second. Like, we're goofy. We're weird. We try to be authentic as possible without scaring people, you know? Hi, Mia's Haven Crystals. Welcome in, dude. You're new here. How's it going? Will my crystal business recover? I can try to feel into it for you, and we can ask that question. Reads are paid today. Everything's $15.55. But if you would like me to feel into it, I can like steer it in that direction, and we can see what's what. Totally up to you though. We have Cash App and we have Venmo. I'm gonna be honest right off the bat, without anything, like, they're kind of asking if you want it to recover. 1,000%. Right off the bat. They're asking if that's what you truly want or if your focus has slightly shifted. Like, no worries. You're completely fine. But I'm just saying, before even feeling into anything, that's the very first thing that I heard over here was like, do you want it to recover or have you kind of shifted out of that? And not completely maybe out of spirituality, but like slight shifts. You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna be honest, dude, it just feels, I know you said desperately, bro, but it feels different. I'm telling you, the energy feels different. It's giving me redirection energy. Like, in redirection, like we always say over here, redirection is the blessing. And to me, there's just something here, like, I don't know if you're aiming too low. You know what I mean? Like, you love what you do, of course, but are you aiming too low? Are you selling yourself out? Is the shop the safe bet? And there's something just above it, because it just feels like a lateral pivot. You know, the energy only just feels like a lateral pivot. It doesn't feel like a full-blown destruction tower. You know what I mean? And I'm really getting a pull of being like redirection, and not like, oops, try again. Like, you know, there's just something else that feels like a parallel shift, dude. Without like feeling into anything, like just based on what little bit they just said to me, there just feels like there's something underlying there, you know? I just have my Etsy store and moving to Shopify and trying so hard. Oh. Yeah. It's a pivot, bro. It's 1,000% a pivot. It's 1,000% a pivot. They didn't, yeah. Just lost Etsy store, yeah. Yeah, it's a pivot. It's a redirection is a blessing. It's not a, I just keep hearing temporary struggles. You're busting into a new market. You gotta give yourself grace. Even though you're the same you as you were, you're busting into a new market. Like, that is 100% it. There's something that either Etsy limits you on, or they take too much from you. There's something about the fact that they're like, nope, that's not the spot. And I'm not saying that Shopify is the spot for you. I'm just saying there's something else that they don't want your stuff on Etsy right now. So I don't know if they're trying to get you to level up off of Etsy, but there's just something about they're trying to elevate you in your space. And there's just something really pulling me to redirection, dude. Like, I'm not even lying. It's guarantee you it's not as bad as it may feel, dude. Like, I'm not even lying. It's guarantee you it's not as bad as it may feel. You can't put your best foot forward by being worried or anxious, worried of the past or anxious of the future. So they're kind of talking about your need to rebalance and refocus. Like, I'm specifically getting the word focus. Refocus in order to make whatever you're trying to launch. They're using the word profitable. Profitable. Not even successful. They are using the word profitable. Profitable. You know? It's from our inspiration and our creativity and our intuition and our you know, essence that we manifest and we create and we build, you know. So just remember, we want to be sitting in that frequency. We don't want to be sitting down here, because then the things that hit us are going to be kind of trash. We want to be like up here. You know what I mean? Yep. So, minimal hurdles, I promise. Even though it seems like it might be a struggle, it might be happening slowly, you might not be getting that much traction. Minimal struggles. You're on this platform, use it to the best of your ability. Like, branch out into other platforms, like, have a ton of fun with it. But there's just something about, like, you can't do old things in a new space. So you gotta remember, what worked on Etsy might not work on Shopify. I don't use Shopify, nor do I really use Etsy. Not as a creator. I bought stuff off Etsy. I've never bought anything off Shopify. But just keep in mind, when you get to new spaces, you gotta do new things. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta remember, like, yes, Miss Keys, you are wanting bigger than just an online presence for your business. Like, you can do so much more, but I just need income to come back. But exactly, so manifest your needs. Money finds me easily. Me and Keys made a joke one day, and we just talking, like, welcome in, Miss Tanya. We just started talking, you know, we get paid for existing. You know, do those types of things and sit in that frequency where you actually believe yourself. You know what I mean? I get paid to exist. I don't have to struggle. Like, money flows my way. Abundance in all forms flow my way. Things are easy. You know, people are attracted to me because they enjoy my energy and what I have to offer. You know what I mean? Like, really start using your spirituality. Like, everybody talks about being spiritual. They talk about knowing what to do. And this is advice that we give to people. Oftentimes, we don't do it for ourselves. You got to be selfish. Because it's not selfish. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead and use your tricks on you. You want to heal people, you got to heal you first. The healer heals themselves first. I cannot stress that enough. You know what I mean? I cannot stress that enough. You know? Miss Tanya, thanks for the subscription. Holy hell. Thanks, girl. Like, yep. See, but there you go. Don't own that shit. No, Miss Mia. Don't own that shit. Trauma's not your life. Nope. It's a piece. It is one piece of who you are. Don't do that, because that is the energy that you just claimed. Trauma, drama, struggle. It's a piece of who you are. You can understand it, adopt it, love it, show it grace for what it was, but that's not who you are right now. That's that living in the past. It's not who you are right now. Right? Right now, you're Miss Mia, who owns a crystal business, or at least a metaphysical shop, who is trying her heart out to get her shit running, and she's enough. You're enough. You want to help people. You're enough right now to help people. You're not broken. You don't need fixed. This is the frequency you got to sit in. And, you know, ask your team. Like, seriously, ask your guides, your angels, your ancestors. Bring to me what is mine. Allow the people who need me to find me easily. You know, spread the word. You know what I mean? Like, ask them for those things. Bring me the opportunity to step up. Bring me the opportunity to do what I love. Because it's more than just saying it. It's following it by action. So when you ask for the opportunity to stand up, you'll be surprised how quickly the opportunity finds you than money dropped in your lap. I can't tell you how many times abundance comes in so many other forms besides money that then equates into money. Does that make sense? Like, we always think money for abundance, but I'd rather have 12 people view my website and sign up for you know, a read or a consultation space, which is 100% free, and chit chat with me, and then go, oh my god, I enjoy what you have to say, I vibe with what you do, and then you have the opportunity to showcase who you are, what you do, and the people who could use you are gonna sign up, or gonna buy something, you're selling more than just your products, dude. You're selling what you believe in. You're selling your essence. You're selling, it's more than just products on the shelf. Because people will buy what the person selling stands behind. Right? Like, you're selling your authenticity with your shop, dude. You're selling what you bring to the table. Like, anybody could sell this. Anybody could sell this. But why are you selling it? Why do you love it? Why is this necessary? Why is this, you know what I mean? Like, all of those things are really what you're spreading. People will support people who they enjoy watching, who they think are on the same wavelength as them. I can't tell you how many people just send me good shit just because they enjoy being here. Like Miss Tanya. She just signed up for subscription. Nobody asked, but she enjoys this space. She stands behind what we do. Like, she likes getting reads here every once in a while when she needs them. Like, it's just stuff like that, but you gotta change how you look at things, dude. You know what I mean? You just gotta switch how you look at things. You're not chasing your collective. You're not chasing your people. You're not chasing your customer. You're being you, and you are attracting them. So do what you have to do to showcase you, and you, it also means your business. Also means your business, dude. Yep, exactly. But then tell people why they need new ways to heal. What does that new way do? What have you seen it do? What has it done for you? What has it done for your friends, your family? And why is it a big deal? Why do they need it? Well, I mean, like a lot of what we do, even on here, it's education. We educate people, and then they go, "Oh my God, that's wild! I didn't even realize I needed that." Sometimes the awareness isn't there as my ears ringing. Sometimes the awareness isn't there. It's not about the money. It's about the connection with people, right? Because the entire time we're talking, you're not talking about crystals. Welcome in, Crow. How's it doing, dude? You're not talking about crystals. You're not talking about buying a product. I just want someone to clear my shelves. No, you're talking about connecting with people. You're talking about giving people tools and things to help them heal themselves, to help them get tapped in, to get them harnessed in with their own energy, to get them. So that's your angle. Your angle is practical use. Your angle is education behind the tools you use. You know? Why does everybody need one of these? Everybody needs one of these because this is the ultimate this for healing. Perfect. But showcase that. Do it in a fun way. Do it in a way that's unique to you. You're selling you when you're selling your business. You know? Because if you stand behind what you do, that's all you have to show to people is that you believe it and you stand behind it. You're not looking for everybody. You're looking for your people. And we say this all the time. Thank you so much for the gifts. You're not looking for everybody. We're not dragging the bottom of the ocean for every piece of trash. You are being you so brightly, so magnetic that the people who need your help and your services will find you. And that could be reads, that could be a product on your shelf, it doesn't matter. They're going to find you. And if you sit in that essence of I'm just doing me and things find me and flow to me easily. Thank you, Miss Stacy. Things find and flow to me easily. That's exactly what you're going to find. But if you sit in the essence of my life is hard and my trauma, dude, you're going to be there for a minute. Flip the script. This is one of the best energies right now off of the eclipse. That if you're willing to look at things from a new perspective, watch what finds you. We're coming into Aries season. Turnaround's fast. Nothing is off the table and nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Did this just appear? What is this? Talk about throat chakra. Like, watch what finds you. But you have to be open to every type of abundance to find you. Right? And you got to remember, if you worry about something, if you worry about chasing money, you're putting out the energy that you need to chase money. You know? You don't need to chase money. You need to be you and money finds you. You know what I mean? You're chasing after something. Something's going to run from you. I don't care what it is. I don't care who it is. You start chasing something, it's running. We don't need to make things harder than it is. Exactly. You want to heal addictions, depressions, and struggles? Heal it within yourself first. Dude, heal it within yourself first. Are you addicted to your old story? Are you addicted to your old paradigm? There's a lot of forms of addiction. Right? With your depression, are you your worst enemy? Do you get in your own way? Are you the voice in your head telling you that you can't do this or it might be hard? Right? Dude, the foundation is what they're giving you the chance to rebuild, bro. They're asking you to level up yourself and your business. This is the redirection is a blessing because you can't do old things in new spaces. This is exactly the part of growth that they're forcing you into. Like forcing you into, dude. You know? You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. No, have an alcoholic wife. I'm trying so hard to keep sober and have a normal, healthy life. Yeah. See, but that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Sometimes when we slap those labels on, dude, sobriety, sober, and all these things, it has a connotation of a lesser state. Just live day by day, because day by day is where you need to be. Day by day is the present moment. You know what I mean? It's tough when you're in two different places from the people around you. But you gotta do what you need to do to make it work. You gotta do what you need to do to get down and in it. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid to choose you for a second. Because you can't, I mean, you know this with addiction. You cannot make somebody else do something else that they're not ready to do. You know what I mean? People judge her so bad, but I see her heart and fight for her. Yep, but we can't save anybody. We can't save anybody. And I know that's hard, because when we talk about healers, we talk about people saving other people. Healers save themselves, and they lead by example, and they give space, grace, and energy for people to match that frequency and do the same. We help with tools, we help with things. It is wholeheartedly leading by example, and like giving a handout, being like, anytime, not handout, but like reaching out, that's what I meant to say. Like being like, anytime you want to join me over here. You know what I mean? So there's a part of savior that you can't be, because you got to save you first, right? Like when the plane's going down, you put your mask on first and then your buddies, right? Like you put your buddies on, you're going to pass out before you even help them. Like that's the same thing with healing. You got to heal you first. And then you can teach people what you learned, because that's what you teach. You teach what you know. You teach what you've experienced. You teach what you've overcome. You teach what you've done. Like, that's the point. That's the point, you know? You know, and I know stuff is rough right now, dude, but if you actually need help on your healing journey, you know, and just getting your shit right, you know what I mean? Speak your truth. You know what I mean? If you need help, if you ever get to a point on your personal growth journey where you just have a hill that you might not be sure how to climb over or something like that, we have private spaces. You know what I mean? And if you ever just need like a little help or assistance over something, like, you just let us know. You know what I mean? We got whole private spaces, you know? Yeah. Yep. I'm a licensed dermatologist. Oh, have a good day, Crow. No worries. I hope that helps. I know that that's not, I know that that was off the cuff, but that's what we talk about when people are like, do you do free reads? We don't, but if Spirit says that we are, then we are. So I just hope that helps give you a little bit of direction, a little bit of confidence in what you're already doing, you know? Oh, no worries. That's what we do over here on the daily. We just spit facts, listening to the teams and chit-chatting. But that's what they have out for you, and that's what they wanted to address, at least, you know? So I hope that helps. Thank you for your time, your energy, you know, and your space today. Even though you might not have been prepared for it. Thank you for the follow. We're going to do last call, guys. So if you want to get on the list, it is 15:55 today. We have Cash App, we have Venmo. So if you want something felt into, if you want something, you know, question or a topic, or maybe you just want a general, you know, because you just want to know what you need to know, we can do that too. That's not a problem. But I appreciate all your gifts today, guys. I appreciate all your taps and all your love. It is much appreciated. It goes a long way, especially when we're fighting like Kung Fu Panda, the TikTok void, you know? Don't judge my superhero cup. I feel the judgment every time. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So if you guys have collective questions, since we're kind of chit-chatting tonight, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. Keep in mind, collective questions are questions that do not really need me to feel into your energy in specific, but they're more general. Hey, we don't live in fear constructs. It's here to stay. That's where I sit. It's here to stay. No fear construct. We're manifesting. It's staying. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't, redirection's a blessing, and sure enough, there'll be some American-made app that'll be the same thing, because, you know, nothing original. Nothing original. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We just keep it 100%. And it's not always what people want to hear, but it's the truth, you know? So I appreciate you, Mia's Heaven Crystals. Haven. Oh, Haven. Haven? Haven. Haven. Yeah, yeah. There's no E. Haven. Oh, Lord. Heather. Okay. Much appreciated. Erika. Did we just become best friends? Keys, we're doing karate in the garage. Oof, 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 oof. No thank you to that. That just spit up all over the table. No thank you to that. Stepbrother quote? Oh, all the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, we're authentically goofy over here. And that's all. That's fine with us. That is fine with us. 1,000%. Alright guys, well, if nobody needs anything else tonight, then I might just pop off and have a nice little early night and not be going to bed at midnight because I'm a night owl. Just make sure everybody in this room is not giving their power away. And I feel like this is the last thing they want to, I guess, instill, impart on. Don't give your power away to anybody. There is nobody bigger, badder, or better than you. There's just something about making obstacles and people larger than us. They're saying, no, no, no. Absolutely not. There's a part to self here that they're saying we need to be standing up right now. We need to be sitting in our power. We need to be realizing our truth right now. And there's just a piece and part of your truth that is larger than life. And that piece and a part of your truth that your soul, your essence, your energy is larger and commands more space than your mind wants you to believe that it does. And there's just a piece and a part of this type of an energy that they're telling you need to sit in. Because nobody should be getting your energetic okay that you are beneath them. Nobody should be getting your energetic okay that they can best you. You shouldn't be putting yourself second in every race. Or last, depending on how far back you've been placing yourself. But there's just this undertone here that they just really want you to reevaluate for the people in this room just who they've been making taller or putting higher than them on their scale. Because there's humbly being like, oh, I have some cool people and I want to strive to do this. And there's the like shadow side of that that's like, they're better than me, they this than me, they this, and it's more harmful than helpful. It's not what I'm striving to, it's not anything like that. It's that somebody commands and controls your energy, and that's not where you want to be sitting right now. So if you are still working towards that and working through that, they're just telling you, keep doing it. Now's the best time ever to do it. Now's the best time ever to do it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Miss Kalilia. Yes! Did you try my jump shot? Did you? Why are you so sweaty? I know cops doesn't start till 4. One quote after another. You did this to me. Alright, well, if nobody needs anything, I think I'm gonna sign off here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Thursday? I'm not sure if we're gonna go Tiny Diny! Yes! Thank you so much for the Tiny Diny! I'm not sure if we're gonna go dual again, or if we're gonna go single. We'll see, but we'll be on around 11:30, noon-ish time, and we'll see you guys there. Thank you so much.